Well, hiya, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here with the Ruttenberg Library. Wanted to come to you today with a book haul. So this last weekend, my family, my wife and my youngest daughter, we went down to St. Joe and we were going to do some shopping. We had, we've been looking at, what's going on in the country and how slow things are moving, and we said we better get some Christmas shopping done ahead of time. And so we were doing some shopping for the cousins. And my 4-year-old was picking out, toys and stuff. And so we grabbed a couple things for the cousins. And my wife wanted to grab a couple things for my 4-year-old. And so I guess while she went down to go shopping there, my 4-year-old and I went to play a round of mini golf. And that was a lot of fun. She's gotten a lot better since a couple weeks back. A couple weeks back, we won a free game on the 19th hole. Hit this really hard uphill shot and won a free game. So when we went, we only had to pay for one of the tickets, and so my 4-year-old and I enjoyed some time doing that, and got Christmas shopping done. And anyway, what's a shopping trip without a little book haul? And so I got to go to Books Revisited, and we also went to a couple other places, but I did not pick up anything at like the Goodwill and where else did we go? We went somewhere else. Anyway, I didn't pick anything up there, but at Books Revisited, I did get a few things. And so while you're there, most of the books, if it's a paperback, it's $2. And if it's a hardback, it's $3. And these are quality books. They've been either brought out of circulation or they've been donated by people. And recently, a couple months back, they had moved into a bigger building. And so the size of the Books Revisited spot has grown. And so the choices in books has grown. And it's been a lot of fun seeing that growth. But they also have this little spot for donated magazines, and if you donate magazines, you can pick those up for free. You don't have to pay for them. And in my classroom, I really like National Geographic, and the kids get a lot out of National Geographic. So I always pick through the magazines and see if there's either history-related or geography-related magazines. And I picked up a handful of National Geographics for free. So again, these are all going to go into my classroom. The kids really enjoy looking at these. I actually got 2 copies of that one. There was 2 of that one. These are all from, well, I guess it's a variation. 2019, there's a couple of, like these are 2021. And so I picked all these up for my classroom. Kids will like those. And then we had, like I said, we got to looking around, and of course I found a few selections. And these are the ones that I picked up. The first one's a paperback, and it says American Rebels, Narratives of the Patriots, edited with an introduction by Richard Dorson. From Lexington and Concord to Yorktown, a stirring, authentic series of eyewitness accounts. Oh, excuse me. More exciting than fiction. And so I picked this up. It's an older copy, but that's all right. First-hand accounts, they don't change over the years. And so this is from Fawcett Premier Book, and it's out of Greenwich, Connecticut. And it is from the year 1966. This printing is from 1966. Originally 1952, it looks like, but this is a 1966 printing. So like I said, it's got a little age to it, but it'll still be a good one. It's got some first-hand accounts from people like Ethan Allen, Nicholas Creswell, Baroness von Riedesel, and I know I'm probably butchering that name. Albigence Waldo, George Rogers Clark, James Thatcher, Israel Potter. So it's got some good first-hand accounts in it, and so I'm going to enjoy that. This will be very relevant here pretty soon in my classroom. Here's a book that I picked up for my classroom. It's just a really small thing, but it comes from the Cornerstones of Freedom series. And I have some of these in my classroom already. And this was only 50 cents because it was out of the kids section. It's by R. Conrad Stein. It's the Manhattan Project. And I do teach middle school, and you could definitely make the argument that this is for probably elementary kids. But when it comes to nonfiction, you can take an elementary book and it extends into middle school pretty easy just because of the difficulties of the reading and stuff. And this comes from the Children's Press out of Chicago, and it is a 1993 book. But I like it because it is full of all of the photos, and this one is, again, all dealing with the Manhattan Project. And so it's got all the people that were the head of the project. And the kids like to do these with history projects. They like learning about the different stuff. Look at this guy's eyebrows. This is wonderful. This is Edward Teller. Check those things out. I think those probably need plucked. they make mine not look so bad. But anyway, this has got a lot of good stuff in it, and I think the kids could get a lot of good out of it. So it's going to be a nice addition to my classroom library. This one's going to be an addition to my library. I'm pretty excited about this. This is Lincoln and His Admirals by Craig L. Simmons. And this is one that I am pretty happy to add to the collection. It is like brand new. It feels like it hasn't been worn. The pages are still white. There's no wear on the corners at all. It's from Oxford University Press, 2008. It's even got the new smell to it. And I picked this up this one was a little more expensive. It was like $6, but you know, you can't beat a Lincoln book for $6, especially when it's in brand new condition like this. And this book is from the year 2008. So I'm real excited to have this. It's got some pretty good photos in the middle. There's Secretary of the Navy, Gideon Wells. It's got all the big name admirals and head Navy guys. There's Foote, and there is David Dixon Porter, and Farragut, I think, is on the next page. Nope, he is not. Those are a couple other guys. John Dahlgren. There's Farragut. So anyway, that's going to be a nice addition to the Ruttenberg Library, the Abraham Lincoln wing of it. We went to Target, and while I was there, I didn't get a book, but I did add to my Hot Wheels collection. Look at that. There we go. We got a 1971 Plymouth GTX, and then a 1970 Ford Mustang Mach 1. Look at that, baby. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. So one thing I hope to do here this week, I'm hoping, is I'm going to go dig out some of my Hot Wheels. And those, I know there's some people out there that enjoy me showing, you know, a Hot Wheel here and there. And like when I did my birthday celebration, I showed you some Hot Wheels my youngest daughter got me. I hope to do a Hot Wheel video for you this week. That'll showcase nothing but my Hot Wheels. And actually it'll have to take a couple videos because I've got probably more than I should have upstairs. So I might do like one that is all of the cars that are still in cases, and then the next video will be the ones that are all out of the case. And so I might try that. Hopefully you enjoy that. It was something I wanted to try. I had a request out there for me to do it, and so I had told Scott at the Bookish Bryants, yeah, I'm definitely willing to do that. So I'm going to try to do that this week. Hopefully do that this week. But the book I'm most excited about in this book haul is a brand new book that just came out on the 19th. And I actually went to Walmart trying to find it on the 20th, and they did not have it on the shelves. I was so upset. But this weekend I went to Sam's Club, and they had it all marked down like they always do. And this is John Grisham's new book, The Judge's List. And I am super, super duper excited about this. You have to excuse this. They put those stupid stickers on there, and I was trying to get it off. I'm going to have to get an alcohol wipe and see if I can get that off of there. But anyway, this is the newest one in the Grisham collection. It is obviously 2021. It's from Doubleday out of New York. I'll read the back cover. It's a excerpt from the book. So here we go. How often is a judge removed from office? Well, not very often, fortunately. We have jurisdiction over 1,000 judges, and the vast majority are honest, hardworking professionals. Most of the complaints we see are just not that serious. Disgruntled litigants who didn't get what they wanted. A lot of divorce cases, a lot of lawyers mad because they lost. We stay busy, but for the most part, the conflicts are resolved. Lacey made the job sound boring, and after 12 years, it rather felt that way. Margie listened carefully, her fingertips tapping the file. She took a deep breath and asked, "The person who files the complaint, is he or she always identified?" Lacey thought for a second and said, "Well, eventually, yes. It's quite rare for the complaining party to remain anonymous." "Why?" "Because the complainant usually knows the complainant usually knows the facts of the case and needs to testify against the judge. It's hard to nail a judge when the people he ticked off are afraid to come forward." "Are you afraid?" The very word seemed to frighten her. "Yes, you could say that," she admitted. Lacey frowned and appeared bored. "Look, let's cut to the chase here. How serious is the behavior that you're talking about?" Margie closed her eyes and managed to say, "Murder." So I actually read that piece last night. I read the first 3 chapters of this book, and very, very excited for that. So that was the the style of writing. I enjoy it. It's a legal thriller. So I'll read the inside cover so you can get a little bit more. It says, "In The Whistler, Lacey Stoltz investigated a corrupt judge who was taking millions in bribes from a crime syndicate. She put the criminals away, but only after being attacked and nearly killed. 3 years later, and approaching 40, she is tired of her work for the Florida Board on Judicial Conduct and ready for a change. Then she meets a mysterious woman who is so frightened she uses a number of aliases. Jerry Crosby's father was murdered 20 years earlier in a case that remains unsolved and that is grown stone cold. But Jerry has a suspect whom she has become obsessed with and has stalked for 2 decades. Along the way, she has discovered other victims. Suspicions are easy enough, but obtaining proof seems impossible. The man is brilliant, patient, and always one step ahead of the law enforcement. He is the most cunning of all serial killers. He knows forensics, police procedure, and most important, he knows the law. He is a judge in Florida under Lacey's jurisdiction. He has a list with the names of his victims and targets, all unsuspecting people unlucky enough to have crossed his path and wronged him in some way. How can Lacey pursue him without becoming the next name on his list? The judge's list is by any measure John Grisham's most surprising, chilling novel yet. All right, so I'm real excited to have this. It keeps the Grisham collection up top, keeps it complete, and like I said, I really enjoy his writing. It's very fast-paced. I already got the first 3 chapters read before I went to bed last night, and I might even put this on the October TBR, and I'm going to try to finish it before the month is out. And I have 2 other books I'm working on, trying to get them finished before the month is out. So we'll see how well I do. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. So go find that one at your local bookstore, BookTube. John Grisham's The Judges List. So anyway, that has been my haul. It was a small book haul. I could have picked up some more, but it's all about compromise with my wife. She likes the shelves looking nice and neat behind me, and if I pick up too many, they tend to have books stacked here, there, and everywhere, and she doesn't like that. So it's all about compromise. That's what marriage is about, BookTube. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a great had a great weekend and getting ready for a great week. I know I am. This week we've got parent-teacher conferences at school, and so it's always a busy time. And then we get, since we stay late for 2 nights, we get Friday off, and so we've got that shortens up the week. And then on top of that, I'm taking my 7th graders to the World War I Museum in Kansas City. So that is going to be absolutely awesome. So this week's going to be a real short week for teaching, but it's going to be jam-packed and full of good times. So hope everyone else is having a good time at their workspace. So BookTube, until next time, thank you for watching and happy reading.